I remember what I am, and I return to presence. I remember what I am, and I return to presence. Follow me, dear one. I remember what I am, and I return to presence. Welcome to this sovereign transmission from the field. I'm tuned into my heart right now, making sure that I'm staying connected with it while I'm transmitting to you. And I invite you to sit for a moment with me and breathe. 1, 2 breaths together. Deeply in for 3 seconds. Hold for 4. And exhale for 6. And again, inhale for 3. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Return to presence. Acknowledging the work in the unseen. Return to your presence. Acknowledge your inner work that you do in the unseen. The energetic inner work is equally valid, valued, like any achievement in 3D reality. It is where everything begins from. It is the beginning of creation. It is the beginning of change in this holy place right here. Let us connect for a moment with our sovereign hearts, the community. Let's put our hands on it. And allow it to feel. And to open a little bit more to life, to your passion, to wisdom and knowledge, to sovereignty and worthiness. By connecting to our hearts, we do the inner energetic work, because our heart is the healer and it's the creator. And I know that some of you, and I experience it for myself, having the belief, the perception that somehow achieved things, materialized things in 3D reality are more valuable and more valid than energy. And this is the old model of reality. This is the thing, the belief we have to flip, the perception we have to choose constantly, moment by moment, and acting from it. That energy comes first, that everything comes from the unseen. First unseen, then seen. and you already stepped into it. But now allow yourself to fully trust that and make it your action, make it your state of being, to embody this not only wisdom, but also philosophy, but also truth and feeling in your heart. The inner world is where everything starts from, and where everything changes from. And I can say this channel is changing because I am changing. And I had moments in the last days where I thought, oh my God, I expanded so much in consciousness. My heart opened so much up more and released so much old emotions, that everything that I did so far, all those videos, they seemed like I never did them. And may you know this sense, this perception, this feeling of you put in yourself and your heart and everything that you have, and you follow that passion, you do the things. And I did all of those videos for you, and there was a day where this felt like all of a sudden as if it were never happened. I never did them. And I asked myself, it was in a matter of maybe 1 or 2 hours where the sensation came after a big release after meditation. Because I'm no longer identifying with it. The things still exist, but the identification that were given to it somehow, maybe subtle on subtle edges, is dissolving. And this can feel like panic for the mind, for the ego. And it's trying to label it and catch up with this new expansion, and is trying to force to holding on to it. And for me, myself, this expressed itself in fear of that I'm no longer delivering the same stuff to you, that I have to do more and more to catch up, to hold the numbers and all of that nonsense. Because it is about frequency first. And the basis for everything you do, the basis for everything that we do in the sovereign field, is that every possibility already exists. And I have to remind myself of this, and I use this opportunity to talk to you, to transmit this information to you, what is very, very important right now in this moment. When you see this video, then you are invited to acknowledge the inner work that you're doing, and your worthiness is innate in you. Your sovereignty is innate in you. But use the inner work that you do as permission slip to really fall in love with yourself and acknowledge yourself, your being that is doing it, that is going through all the shadows and all the past emotions. And get to this sense of awe and wonder for yourself, and strength and boldness that comes out of it. This is the driving engine, the fuel that lets you do the action, follow your passion, with a certain amount of knowing that no matter who steps in front of you and says, I'm realistic, energy is not really real, all of that stuff, you have the entire sovereign community backing you up. You have your being backing you up. You have your heart backing you up. You have science backing you up. You have so many people right now in 3D reality. So many creators, So many evidences here that this is no longer woohoo. It is real. Acknowledge the inner work and walk with it. I tell you, a few days ago, the table opened. The table opened. Wine with Han had its first release, its first sitting at the table of remembrance, and it was so damn much beautiful. You cannot imagine it. After that, my consciousness, my field expanded so wide. I was standing in the city, waiting for my bus. And I tell you, every single person was staring at me, and I was just standing there. And it is because they feel a big expansion. A big expansion has happened. And people feel and sense something within you they cannot describe, cannot grab, but their heart is feeling it, is sensing it, and therefore they're looking. So I know that no matter in what situation I come, no matter who stares at me, no matter who walks by me, I know that I'm placed here, that I'm guided here to be, and my presence is the key in this specific moment for this person and all the other circumstances around me. Acknowledge the inner work and return to your presence. Let presence be the guidance, not performance, because performance always means that we put ourselves into a specific form, because we think we have to be this form to perform well, to somehow get something, to make something happen. But let's come back to presence. Because presence knows. Presence exists. Presence feels. Presence observes. Presence gives and heals. Presence is powerful. Presence is who you are. And let's train ourselves to stay centered and present our entire day. And do we slip? Yes, maybe. I slip too, where I catch myself. But to be present is also to allow emotions and not to hide them. And this is something I learn more and more and more as I open my heart more and more to life and to myself. Return to presence. You have the permission to return to just beingness, and from this beingness, you take a sovereign, loving action towards what you desire with the belief and the knowing of yourself that everything already exists and that there must be a door for you to step through. And no matter how it looks, this door must be there. If you feel the call and the pulse to sit at the table of remembrance with sovereign souls twice a month, where we sit in the frequency of mischief, of sovereignty, worthiness, strength, empowerment, and gratitude, and wonderful life, then you'll find the link in the description box below, and I highly recommend, if your heart says somehow yes, to take a seat. I remember what I am and I return to presence. Repeat after me after that deep breathing. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. I remember what I am and I return to presence. Dear soul, you may choose your path below on how you want to step further into the frequency of sovereignty. I have places left for one-on-one work sessions with me, attunement sessions, where we tune your field precisely, targeted to sovereignty, so that you can step further into your new creation. And no matter what happens around you, it will stand as the mountain. I see you in the next transmission. This is Han from the Sovereign Field. Goodbye.